Hey guys, A here, welcome back to another video. I apologise that it has been so long. I have had so much going on IRL that I just haven't had the time to make a video. That and the new tripod that I bought for my collection type video broke. This bit came off, and that's like the bit that the gooseneck goes into. So that's that bit. That should be, on here. And then you have the disc bit that goes in there so that your gooseneck doesn't just like go straight through. But yeah, that broke literally the second I stopped filming the video. I went to take my phone off of the tripod and I wasn't even being aggressive with it. I was just taking it from like the doodah bit. You know the bit that holds your phone? It kind of looks like that, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. I was just taking it off of that gently and then the whole thing just broke. So I emailed them and they wanted me to send them like 12 photos of it. So I sent them the photos and I was like, it's literally the first time I'm using it. What the heck? And then I emailed them back and forth like 2 hours before they was like, okay, we'll send you a new one. And then it took them over a week to send me one and I was like, is it even coming? But it's just arrived, so yay, that's fun. I just hope that this doesn't break, otherwise I won't be able to film videos. I'll have to go back to using my small tripod because this one's good because you've got this length, this length, this length and this length, so it is a really tall one, which is what I wanted to film my bookcases because I could not do that on the small one that I had because the small one that I have is literally just this tall, so it's a struggle to film most videos with that tripod. So just doing my bookcases and like rearranging them and filming that with that tripod would just be a no-go. So I got this one and then it broke. So I'm hoping that this one doesn't break because I cannot afford yet another tripod for my YouTube channel because this is like the 8th or the 9th one that I've had. So yeah, it is not good for my wallet and it is not good for the environment. So let's hope this one lasts. But anyway, we are doing a video on shopping stuff. My cosplay box. The clothes don't normally go in here. I just put them in here for the sake of the video and so I don't have to get up and get them. Because other than those being in there, I don't know what that is. What is that? That is not mine. Don't always do in my box. Yeah, other than that, it's what my video looks like. My box looks like. It is a mess. I do need to go through it and I am in the process of trying to sell some wigs, but anyway, I don't know where to start. I am overwhelmed already. I guess let's just go through my box. What the fuck is that? Sorry, I'm finding stuff in here that I don't remember putting in here. Let's start with this one because this is the wig that I bought first before I was even thinking of cosplaying and stuff. I found it on Vinted. It's literally brand new. It is heat proof, it's a fancy one. Heat proof, which means heat proof wigs can go anywhere from £25 upwards. And this one I got on Vinted brand new for like £8 something, including shipping. I haven't looked at this wig in ages, so now that I'm looking at it I can see that it's balding in some parts. Like here you can really see the netting, but at the time I was like, oh, that's a cheap bargain for a wig, let me buy that. And this was before I was like even interested in cosplaying, and I was like, why would I do that? And then it came and I was like, oh, it's a nice wig, but obviously I can tell that it's balding because I have so many other wigs to compare it to. But yeah, it is purple. I know it shows up grey on the screen, but it's kind of like lavender. Epaul from Twisted Wonderland. Hold on. I think the anthologies have him on the cover. Give me 1 second. I was right. It does have him on the cover, and that is still showing up grey. But it's the kind of purple that Epaul has, so I could, I guess, do an Epaul cosplay, but it is curly, so I'd have to straighten that. If I did do him, I mean, his hair is kind of wavy, but not these sort of curls. But I don't know if I would cosplay Epaul because he has a really frilly shirt for like his uniform, as you can see kind of here, and it's like, oh, I just don't like that style of shirt. So I know not everyone who cosplays Twisted Wonderland does like, you know, that one, because they just do like the basic one so they can cosplay other dorm members and stuff, but it's just a bit off-putting. I suppose at a push I could cosplay James from Team Rocket with it, even though it's coming up silver on the screen. It is purple. I promise you it is purple. I'm not lying. I promise. But yeah, it is really patchy, and it is really not a lot of hair. But obviously I didn't realise at the time, you know, like what a wig is supposed to look like, because as I said, I just picked it up because I saw that it was cheap, and I was like, oh, that's cheap, let me go buy that. Oh, it's on the floor. I dropped the netting. So yeah, that was the first wig that I bought, and then I did buy another one from this seller, but I don't remember what one that was. But they're not a seller on Vinted anymore, because I had a look a couple months ago when I was going to go back into cosplay and stuff, but they don't exist anymore. Like, the whole account got deleted, and when I was going through it, they had so many like unfulfilled orders and stuff. So yeah, I guess something happened with them. But yeah, I don't know if that's right. But yeah, that was the first ever one that I got. I don't know whose cosplay it was supposed to be, because it does say, you know, costume cosplay wig on the packet. But I don't know. I don't know that many characters. I only know the characters of stuff that I'm into. You know, I'm not one of those people that can turn around and go, oh yeah, no, that's so and so from that hit popular show or that hit popular series. So but yeah, that was the first ever wig that I bought myself, and that was before I was even interested in cosplaying. I don't like these bags because I can never do the seal, which is why most of my cosplay wigs are in Shein bags, because my stepsister used to order a load of clothes from Shein and then she'd just throw away the bags, so I just take the bags to use them, because for the life of me I cannot use these seals. So, because no matter how many times I click it and stuff, it doesn't seal. So that was the first one I got. I can't remember like the order of the rest of them. So I think this one was next anyway. Oh, you can tell I haven't done this in ages because it has a thick hairband, and I don't use thick hairbands, I use thin hairbands. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, I use these really thin ones because like the difference in them, because the thick ones just pull out my hair and it hurts. But yeah, this is really bad. Like, it, I mean, I know it needs to be brushed anyway, but like, it's a long wig, It is Tori from Fruits Basket. It does have these bow clips, but the bows came undone, so I had to tie them myself, and I can't tie bows and put them back on the clips at the same time, so they look a bit weird. I did buy this, but it's a long wig and the fibres, most of them are soft, but you still got like the rough pieces because it was, you know, second hand. So they have half styled it and then just gave up. So I did get this one to cosplay her. As you can see, it's like short there and still long on the others. But at the time, this was before I got them. I bought my first haircut. I don't know if that's right. So my hair was, you know, knee length at the time, and my hair was brown. So I was like, oh, it's fine if I don't use the wig. I'll just use my hair. And then I ended up buying a dress for the cosplay. Let me see if I can find that. Just this one from Primark. It's literally just beige and it's buttons all the way down. It's like from your neck all the way down to your feet, and it's just like Mormon dress basically. It's all I can think to describe it. And it's not really, I didn't really think that it was one that she would wear. I haven't worn it, so I took like a few photos of me in the cosplay to send to my friend who's like really into cosplaying, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the wig or the dress. The dress I didn't feel fit the shoujo vibe. But there's not many clothing stores around where I live, so it is hard. Primark is pretty much the only clothing store, so that sucks. And then the wig, I didn't like the wig because it's like too much. And then that was also why I got the sun hat. It is squashed. I do need to reflatten that. That's also why I got the sun hat for the cosplay, because the sun hat is one that she does wear. So I was right with that. It's just the clothing I wasn't right with. So yeah, I didn't like the feel of the wig and I didn't like the dress, so that was just a bummer. I did not cosplay her, so I am in the process of just selling the wig because it's like I'm not going to use it, and I did pay a fair bit of money for it, but I am reducing the cost because I'm not using it, and I feel bad that I'm not using it after I paid all of that money for it. So yeah, that was a bummer. Because Fruits Basket is one of my favourite series. But yeah, as you can tell, this one is not as gappy in the back compared to the purple one that I had. So that was a bummer that I didn't use it. Like, I wore it once for that photo that I sent to my friend, and I just didn't wear it again. So that is a bummer. But yeah, this is me when I was still kind of getting into it. I'm still very much a baby cosplayer. A few people have told me that cosplaying, collecting manga and watching anime usually go hand in hand as hobbies, and then someone else told me that if you don't, you know, play dress up as a child, that's basically what cosplay is. So it makes sense why a few people don't quite know what they're doing, because we never, you know, played dress up as a child. So I don't know if they were trying to be mean or not, but that's what they were saying. How is that stuck? I don't even know how you got that stuck. What? How is that stuck on there now? But yeah, I would have very much liked to cosplay Tori, but you know, maybe in the future. And then I bought myself this sheep bucket hat because I thought it was cute, but I don't like the feel of the outside texture. Like, the inside texture is fine, like that bit, but I don't like the feel of the thing, because I was planning on cosplaying Sheep MC from Obey Me, and that's like basically a pinky purple sheep. But I was like, oh, if I just wear like a pinky purple outfit, I can have this hat and go, yeah, look, I'm a sheep, haha. But I don't like the feel of the hat, so I am selling the hat, because what's the point of me owning it if I don't like the feel of it, and I'm never ever going to wear it because I don't like the feel of it. So I am selling that. So that was disappointing, because I was like super excited for that. I don't know what's next. A lot of these wigs do look the same too, so it is kind of hard for me to distinguish which is which. That is not the one that I thought it was. And that fell out of the bag. So I have this wig. Oh, if I can get it out of the netting. I've recently cut my nails, and I cut them too short. Like, usually I want them like this length when I cut them, so there's like at least some nail, but they are this length and there is no nail whatsoever, so it keeps getting stuck on everything, which is why I don't cut them this short usually, but I guess I did. I still don't think this is the one that I was looking for. Oh, maybe I sold it already. Maybe. Yeah. Because I have this blonde wig. I know it shows up white, but it is blonde. I used this one for, I think it was Applejack, because the one time I went to a convention, it was with my friend, and obviously I didn't know what cosplaying was at that point, so I just did whatever cosplays matched theirs, because there was like, oh, I want to do some cosplays, but I don't think it will make sense if people aren't matching with me, so I did an Applejack cosplay with this wig, and it is long and itchy because it is very much synthetic, and I don't like the feel of that. So I did end up taking my wig off like halfway through because I was just so overwhelmed and sensory issues. But yeah, I am selling this one. I think based on looking at the stuff that's around me, I did buy a load of long wigs to go at the start, because most, you know, characters have long hair, like characters that I'm into, not most characters. Yeah, and this netting is different to the other netting, so they kind of irritated me even through the wig net. So yeah, I did not like that. Where did this one come from? Yeah, that one is 28 inches long, so it is pretty long. A little shorter than the Toru one, which is over there. But I did not like it. I think it's because where I grew up having such long hair all of the time, and I wasn't allowed to have it cut because growing up haircuts were expensive. So when I was just like, it's fine, you know, you don't need a haircut. So I had to deal with having long hair, which is so much of a hassle and a struggle, which is why now every time I have a haircut I have it cut to my shoulders and I don't go past that length, because that is all I can tolerate right now. I would like to grow my hair out again, especially as I keep dyeing it and stuff, and it's probably healthy if I keep it long and then not dye it for a while and then cut it. But at the moment I still can't manage to have long hair, because at the moment my hair's like, I think, chest height, chest length, and I don't like it, which is why it's normally always up. But yeah, I did not care for that one. That was like a long itchy wig, so I was like, no. I did kind of cut it because it was a lot longer. I did kind of cut it and then, you know, try and get rid of all of the lumps and stuff. so it's not as heavy as it was. I'm sorry, I'm just surrounded by wigs and I don't know where all of the bags are, or if some of them just aren't in bags. But yeah, and then so I was just like, I'm not dealing with that. And then this was the second wig that I got from the person I got the purple one from. Again, it is, I'm pretty sure, heat sensitive. I don't know, because it's just loose. It's not in the packet that it came in. So that is fun. It's just a blonde bob. But the front bit, I did not like the front bit. Did not care for it. Because it's kind of itchy where they don't have like the weaves done properly. So yeah. Hold on, let me find a wig cap. There are two different types of wig caps. You get this one and then you get this one. I will show you the difference. This one comes with instructions on the back, which is super helpful, especially as, like, you know, I'm still very much a baby cosplayer. So comes in a bit of card like this. You just take that out. I don't actually end up keeping the packaging that it comes in, because I usually end up just putting a wig netting in whatever bag I'm using for the cosplay, because, you know, that's easier. So first of all, you want to take your glasses off, and then you just want to let me take my hair down, and then it will be easier for me to show you. My hair is layered at the moment, so it's more annoying, because I was like wondering to get layers for ages, and the hairdresser was like, yeah, do it, you'll get layers, it'll be so cool. But then they didn't do it the way that I wanted, so everything is just frustrating, especially the front bits. So I had to wait for them to grow up, get my hair cut again. But yeah, that's really annoying. I don't like it, which is why, you know, again, most of the time, ow, it is just in a bun. So you put that on, you untwist it. Try to untwist it. Yeah, and then you want to make sure that the loose bit goes over your head, collects all of your hair, and then you can twist it, and then make sure your ears are out, and then make sure you got the band bit here, so you can just tuck that in, and then source it out at the back so all your hair is in. So it is not that good, because usually I just put my hair in a ponytail and then do it, because I find it easier that way. And then where did I put the other one? This one is just a plain one, which most people who have like short hair use because it's easier for them. So I will just put it on top of this so I can show you. Ooh. But yeah, it's kind of a nude colour, so like it's less noticeable under your wigs, but it is tighter than the other one. But yeah, it's just plain all over. And then if I were to put the wig on, gotta find the parting. I can't remember if this one is a side part or a front part, like middle part, I mean. Okay, I'm gonna guess the side part because the back's all fine. But yeah, this, I didn't like it because it is long hair, which I understand I can cut, but it's too short for me. I did not care for it, so this is why I'm selling it. But yeah, and it also has these front grippy bits, which, you know, if you can see, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't tell if you can see or not. But yeah, that's supposed to like dig into the netting wig so you can grip it. Yeah, I did not like that one. And then when I was thinking of cosplaying how ages and ages ago, oh my gosh, I can't get it out of the netting. I got a blonde wig. So ooh, let's put that on. So it's easier if you just do it inside out, and then you find the front, which is here, and then you find the back, which is here, and then you just put it on and you flip it so you know it works, and then you find the back, and then you adjust the back, and then just push that so you can find. But yeah, I did not like this for the bangs because this is just a lot going on and I cannot see, like, so I'd have to adjust the bangs to be middle part instead of side part like they're supposed to be. But yeah, this, I did not really care for it because it was a lot, and I don't cut or style my wigs. Sorry, I can just feel it on my face. But yeah, I don't cut or style my wigs because it's like, but what if I want to sell them, you know, then I'd feel bad because I've cut them and then the other person can't cut it, because then what if I cut it too short? So I don't style my wigs. I usually just put the wig on and then, you know, bish bash bosh it from there. But yeah, I did not really like that wig, so I didn't end up cosplaying How at the time when I wanted to. I did eventually end up cosplaying How, which we will get to. But yeah, I did not like that one, so I was like, maybe cosplaying isn't for me, you know. I've bought all of these wigs, I don't like them, you know, it is too much, especially as I have, you know, sensory issues and stuff. And then my friend was like, oh, why don't you just get, you know, shorter wigs? I was like, okay, I'll get dude wigs instead. Oh my gosh, I struggle with this netting and trying to find the hole to get the wig out. See, it comes with the wig cap because I just put them in the wig so I don't have to hunt down for a wig cap. But yeah, this one, why is that like that? They do come with some claspy bits that you can clasp to make it tighter, but I don't usually do that because I already feel like they're tight enough. So this is the one that I got because I was going to cosplay Solomon from Over Amy, and he's like an old man basically. He has like silver white hair, mostly silver. Hold on, I will get the plushie of him down from my bookcase and then you guys can see. So this is what his plushie looks like. He does have more white hair on the plushie, so I picked up my iPad so I can show you. I don't want to zoom in on the picture. This is what he looks like. It's kind of more grey. But yeah, he has such a lovely cloak. But I would never be able to find one that looks like that, especially as cosplaying Obami is such a niche thing, because Obami is still very niche. But I was going to, because I love all of their bunny outfits, but their bunny outfits are so, you know, intricate to do. So I was just going to do something simple and just do his human mold look. But I don't like the wig. I feel it's too short. I don't feel like it is him. So I did not like it, and I feel like it is too short for me. So I ended up not using it. And then let me just put that back. So yeah, I felt it was too short for me. I didn't like the way it felt at the neck because it was too short. It's like the same reasons that I didn't like the how. Oh my god, but it's for the same reason that I didn't like the House wig, was because I could feel it. And then I was going to do Lucifer from Amy. So I got a black short wig, but even just looking at it, you can tell it's really shit quality. I paid so much money for this wig as well. I think it was like £12 that I paid for, and they gave me a shit, you know, £3 wig, which, you know, fun. So just want to put that on and then adjust it. But yeah, this is what the wig looks like, and it looks nothing like how Lucifer looks, and it is really rough. The materials, I do not care for it, I do not like it, so I didn't end up cosplaying Lucifer. Let me get up a photo. Sorry, I have to hold the iPad close to my face because I don't have my glasses on. But yeah, I was going to do his human world outfit too, because I thought it'd be simpler, but yeah. He does not look anything like this wig, so that was a bummer. And again, it is really bad quality. I do not care for it, so I ended up not using that, which is also why I'm selling this one and the grey one, because it's like, yeah, no. And then after that I was like, yeah, I tried again. It's definitely, you know, I don't think it's a thing that I want to do, so I was like, maybe I should just stop for a while. And then it wasn't until July 2 years ago, I think it was. Yeah, because I went for my birthday. So it was like July 2 years ago that I ended up cosplaying. I dyed my hair for the cosplay because I was like, I've had so much trouble with the wigs and everything. I'm just gonna dye my hair for the cosplay, that'll be easier. So I did. Hold on, I'm just putting these back in the box because I have buried the stuff that I wanted to show you. Now I have bits of things everywhere. I don't even know if it's the right bag for it, but it's going in that bag now. So yeah, all of those wigs that I've shown you, other than the evil one, because I'm still not too sure on that one, I am selling because I did not care for the way that they felt or, you know, everything. So I am selling those because I did not like them. I don't know if it's just like a me issue, if it's an issue with the wig, but I did stop trying to cosplay for ages after that because I was like, I've been through so many things and I'm still not enjoying it. It feels more like I'm just throwing money at it and I'm not, you know, getting anything else of it. So I stopped for a while, and then Hyper Japan came up and I was like, yes, let me go book my tickets right now in November, early bird special. I get a discount because the voice actor for Asmo from Amy is one of my favourite visual kei artists as well, and he's been there every single year since it came. And then they don't announce like the people going until May, June time, and then the event is in July. And where I bought my tickets in November because I was so sure he was going to come, I didn't get told until, you know, basically too close to the time for me to cancel my tickets and get my money back, that he was not going. The 1 year he doesn't go is the 1 year I went, and I was so disappointed. I cried for so long because like I'd saved up so much money to go, you know, and it's my birthday thing, so it's like the weekend before my birthday, and I was super excited, you know. I was like, yes, I'm gonna meet him. I'm like, yes, oh, it's gonna be great. And yeah, he wasn't going, so I was really disappointed because, you know, the Amy game I've played for so long, like since 2018, 2019, that's how long it's been. And yeah, so I was gutted when he wasn't going. so I was really disappointed. And Hyper Japan is fun, but it's more artist alley, not really many people were cosplaying, so I did feel a bit out of my depth there, especially as it was like the first Hyper Japan one that I've been to. This year though, they did Hyper Japan in Manchester, which a lot of the vendors were saying didn't go well because it was at the same time as MegaCon Manchester and more people were going to that. But yeah, that's like the first Hyper Japan in Manchester, so that's fun. But yeah, I was gutted because there was hardly anyone cosplaying. I did, however, see this person cosplay as Lilia from Twisted Wonderland in a doll outfit, and I was super excited for that. I got a photo with them. I was really excited because it's like, oh my gosh, it's my first Twisted Wonderland cosplayer out in the open, because when I was looking at like cosplay stuff on Instagram and stuff, a lot of the Twisted Wonderland ones that I follow are from Japan or Bulgaria, Spain, like over there. So there's not many over here that do it, but maybe with the anime coming out there might be more. But yeah, I was super excited. I also saw someone dressed as Ruggy in like the pirate Halloween outfit. I didn't get to them in time. They were going down the stairs, I was going up the stairs, and I was like, oh my gosh, I saw them. So I went down the stairs and they were gone. So I was gutted that I didn't get a photo with them, because I was like, what are the chances that it's two, you know, Twisted Wonderland cosplayers? And I didn't get a photo with them, so I was disappointed. But yeah, I only cosplayed 2 out of the 3 days. So the first one I cosplayed was Hal. It was my most expensive cosplay. It is my most expensive one so far, because this jacket, this cape, that's what set me back so much. I got it second hand on Vinted, but it still cost me £40, including postage and packaging, but I could not for the life of me find it anywhere. But yeah, this is the cloak. So it's really nice. It does not have pockets. You think it has pockets because there's holes, but no, that's just for your arms to go through. So yeah, I was kind of disappointed about that. But that's the cloak, and then I did just reuse a shirt that I've had for ages that I was doing all of my interviews in. So it's like kind of starry material. So I was using that and then leggings, and then obviously I had my hair dyed black. So it's very much like okay, so that cut off because I had not enough space on my phone. So I had to go delete all of the clips I made for my last video, and now I should hopefully have enough space to continue. But yeah, this shirt I've had for years, since I was 16 and applying for jobs. So it does not fit me anymore because obviously it's been so many years since, but it's got like this starry material, so I felt very much like it was how. But yeah, closet cosplays are what I tend to go for most because they're supposed to be cheaper, and a lot of the cosplays that I want to do are from very niche things like Obey Me, Twisted Wonderland, and I can't afford to get a custom cosplay done every time I want to cosplay someone. So I do closet cosplays, you know, to reduce the costs and stuff, especially as I am tall and I am curvy, so it makes it harder to get things in my size, just regular clothes, not even like cosplay stuff, because a lot of cosplay stuff is Asian sizes, which run 3 sizes too small. And while I already struggle to find clothes because I'm in between sizes because I'm curvy, it is a struggle. So, and I don't want to pay all of that money to get a custom cosplay, like someone makes it for me with my measurements, because a few people have done that and they still haven't fit, and they found it so hard to sell it because obviously it's a custom cosplay. So yeah, that was annoying. And then I had the jewellery. Let me find the jewellery. Yeah, when I was putting slime back on the bookcase, I wobbled a shelf and all of my books fell, so I had to quickly pick that up. But yeah, I got the earrings. These cost me quite a bit because I had to get some that were hypoallergenic, because my ears are sensitive. I can't have nickel or copper, so a lot of cheap jewellery is made with nickel and copper, so I paid 15 to 18 pounds just on the earrings. So they do look, you know, like his earrings, but they still very much feel like costume jewellery, which is, you know, made me annoyed because it's like I spent all of that money. And then the necklace, I just got it for £3. So this again still very much looks like costume jewellery, but it does feel nicer than my earrings, so I am bummed about that. So the earrings, the jewellery, no, the earrings and the necklace and the cloak is what set me back most. Because dyeing my hair was fine. I only paid like £12, which is cheap. And I was, you know, using that for like my next cosplay. So I did, as I said, I have always wanted to cosplay Hal, and although it wasn't, you know, I guess that good as people would say, I did like it. I did enjoy the cosplay, but then when I was at Hyper Japan, a few people were like, who are you supposed to be? And it's like, how can you not tell? Like, I have Hal's cloak on, how can you not tell? But yeah, they was all just like, oh, we don't even know who you're supposed to be, who are you? And it's like, okay. And then there was someone else cosplaying as Hal, but they had like the whole proper outfit, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're Hal. And then it's just like, okay. And I just felt bad because it's like, why is my cosplay not as good as theirs? Yeah, so that was what I wore for the Friday. And then for the Saturday, I was Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. So I got this t-shirt dress. I did go up a size because my size wasn't in stock, but this dress is supposed to come to like calf length, but this one comes to like above the knee for me because, as I said, I am tall and I am curvy, so clothes don't really fit that well. So I'm lucky that I did, you know, go for the bigger size. And then I just got the headband cheap online, and obviously I had my dyed hair, so that was simple enough. But yeah, this dress though, because I got it from JD Williams, so it is an expensive shop. It did cost me like £30 just for the dress, but I am, you know, when it's summer again, will be wearing a dress again, and obviously if I dye my hair black or if I have another, you know, black wig, I will be cosplaying Kiki again. But I'm also thinking, you know, the WoW from One Piece? I cannot for life of me remember his name. I have too much in my brain for me to remember names. If they are not 4 letters long, I cannot for the life of me remember the names of characters, because my brother's like, oh, you know this person? I'm like, who? He's like, from this anime that we've both watched. No. And then he sighs and he looks at me and then he talks about another character in the anime. I'm like, yeah, I know that character. And he pulls up a picture of the person that he talks about and shows it to me. And it's like, oh, that person. So he gets annoyed with me for that. And I know a few other people do, because for the life of me, I cannot remember names. So yeah, the WoW, I was thinking this dress, and then maybe seeing if I can get like a temporary tattoo or whatever of like this thing, and then put it on my forehead, and then I can be the WoW from One Piece. I don't know. That's just an idea. But then, you know, another idea I could use for the dress. So that was the... Why is that over here? So that was the cosplays I did for that. And then after that, I just did not touch cosplay because I had such like a negative reaction. Oh, I also saw an Undertaker cosplayer, you know, from Black Butler, and I was so hyped because Undertaker is one of my favourite characters. And you must be thinking, oh, well that person's name isn't 4 letters long. How do you know that? Because he is hot. That... not what I meant to say. He is hot though, but it's because growing up we watched a lot of wrestling, and as you know, if you type in Undertaker, it comes up with the wrestler before the Black Butler person. Let me see if I can find the picture. I don't want to update Discord. Leave me alone. I can't remember if I sent it to myself on Discord or if, because it's not in my photos because I have no space on my iPad, because I got my iPad secondhand and I didn't realise it's the one with so little storage, so I don't want cookies. Go away. I don't want to sign in or log up. Log up? Oh, stuff irritates me all of the time. Oh, fine, I'll log in. I don't know my login. Why do you not know my login? Oh, hold on. Okay, because I swiped the camera up, it did not, you know, save the pause thing. So I had to go on Instagram, go onto my cosplay account, and then, you know, screenshot, and then go onto Discord, send them to my iPad Discord, which is the mod on my Discord server, and then yeah, it's a lot of a hassle. But this is the Undertaker cosplayer, and I was super happy. And yeah, that's my How cosplay. So, and then this was the Lilia cosplayer. If you can see, I can't tell if you are looking because the iPad is in my way, so I just hope you did look. But yeah, I was super happy that I found them. I don't know how to pose in photos, so I do look awkward. But yeah, now let me take a photo. Let me find a photo of Undertaker from Black Butler so you guys can tell. I know, you know, some people will agree, but he's just fine, you know. It's the long hair that does it. If they have long hair and they are pretty, 99% of the time I will like the character. I don't know if that's a spoiler. Let me cover the words. That did not work. Cover the words. Can you still see? He's pretty, okay. I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, if you type in Undertaker, it comes up with the, okay, that is not what I wanted. It comes up with the wrestler. What was I talking about? We were talking about cosplays, and then I was talking about how I saw that Black Butler cosplayer, and we ended up talking about the Undertaker. I don't know. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. I still don't understand why it's a train though. Why is it a train of thought? Why is it not, you know, like a bus of thought? Yeah. But since I was Japan, I have not cosplayed, and then like I think it was like a month ago, I was like, oh yeah, I have this Nanami tie. Let me go do something about that. So I went online. Oh, let me see if I can find it. I'm so lucky. It was just the first thing that I picked up. I went online. I bought this shirt. It's just like a navy shirt. It did send me back about £12 though. I think it was like, no, I think it was £13. Where did I put that now? Yeah. And then I got myself a wig. I was like, yes, I can finally cosplay Nami. Forgetting I don't have anything for like the bottom half of the outfit. But you know, that's fine. We will sort that out when we get there. But it is super, super nice quality wig, which I was super impressed about because I got it on Amazon for like £10 something. So like compared to all of the other wigs that I paid loads of money for, this one is super nice quality. Hold on, I have to do this justice. Let me change. Okay, I did all of this backwards, but I put the wig on first. No, I put the wig on last when I should have done it first. But this is what it looks like. I'm super impressed. You can't see because I'm sitting down. Hold on. Okay, I'm a little too tall, so let me just... There you go. So the wig is really, really nice, and it is kind of long, but not too long, and it's not super thick. So it is super, super cool. And I've got, you know, the tie. The tie sent me back like £30 on Vinted, which we're not going to talk about that. So I got to find like the jacket and like the trousers, but this is what it looks like, and I really like it. I did drop JJK because it was too complicated reading it, and then I dropped the anime after, you know, the stuff that happens with Nanami. I cried for so long. But anyway, this is what it looks like. This bit of wig does annoy me because it's like eyeline. Oh, I dropped my glasses. So it is eyeline, so I might have to find some clips to clip it back without, you know, showing off my hair and stuff. But it's really good quality, especially compared to some of the other wigs that I've bought for the same price. The shirt, however, is a little short lengthways, so I don't know if I will be able to tuck it into trousers if I get some trousers and stuff, but I guess if I just get like the jacket suit, that should be fine anyway. And the tie is really silky, which is cool because most cosplay stuff is like really bad material, so I wasn't too sure how I feel, but it's really nice. I can, you know, touch it and not feel like ew. So I like this, and even though it sent me back quite a fair bit for like 3 things, I do very much like it. So I just gotta get like the trousers and the jacket. I don't think I am gonna get like his harness thing or his like butcher knife, because I feel just based on this you can tell who the character is already, because, you know, the leopard print tie is a bit of a giveaway. So that, and I don't want to overwhelm myself too much. Sorry, I had to tuck the bangs in because it was just going in my eye and irritating me. So I don't want to overwhelm myself too much by carrying things, especially if I want to take this to a convention. I don't want to be carrying stuff and I'll be like, oh, but there's this stuff at this artist alley table that I want to buy, you know. I'm obviously not going to do the glasses because I won't be able to wear my glasses, but like, we're pretty much identical. But yeah, I am super, super excited about this one. Yeah, I just need to finish it and then I have a cosplay. But yeah, it's like, I do like the wig. It's not giving me as much as a headache as the others were because, as I've mentioned before, it's not that thick. My actual hair is thicker than this wig, so, you know, that's fun. But yeah, it's a nice wig and it doesn't pull too far on my back if I adjust it and like have the hair just hanging back. It's not, you know, pulling me backwards with like the weight of it, which a few of my other ones have done. So that's really nice, and, you know, I can just wear this as a normal outfit anyway, which is, you know, pretty cool. But yeah, I really do like this wig. Is, you know, really good material too. It's not scratchy. The only problem I have is with like the front wefts, kind of like bumpy with the glue, but I don't know how to sort that out, so I do have to just, I might get like a headband thing and then see if that just goes on the headband thing and then see if that feels better so it's not rubbing on me. But yeah, I can't tie ties, so I had to get my dad to tie it a bit so I could just, you know, slip it on and off. And then he tied it for me and he was like, why do you have a tie? And I was like, cosplay. And then he just looked at me and just sighed. It's like, yeah. So that was awkward. It could have gone a lot worse though, to be honest. But yeah, so if I just keep it like that, I can just put it on and off without, you know, having to style it myself, which is great because I don't know how to style a tie. But let me show you the other wig I bought at the same time. Okay, look, I am Gojo. I got this wig from the same place that I got the Nami one because I was thinking of doing, you know, Hello Kitty cosplay, because I have like the red bow from the Kiki's one and it has like a pinafore dress anyway, so I was like, simple, easy. I only need to, you know, get like a red top to go underneath it, bish bash bosh it. But the only thing with this wig is it's got the same issue, like the glue thing at the front, and it is a little small, so it doesn't really fit my head that well. But again, it is still good quality. It doesn't really feel wiggy, if that makes sense. And again, it's not pulling me down if I'm, you know, having it backwards. But yeah, I sent a photo of me dressed as Gojo and Camel Cat malfunctioned. So I'm saying 10 out of 10, it's a good cosplay. You know, because Camel Cat is the Gojo connoisseur. She knows Gojo, okay? So she malfunctioned when I showed it to her, so 10 out of 10 in my book. You can't really see, but I'll just stand on my bed. I have the jogging bottoms to go with the top because they're my pajamas, pretty much. So I was like, oh, I don't have an outfit for Gojo, and I got this wig. Sorry, I am covered in wig fibres at the moment. But yeah, I was like, oh, I got this Gojo wig, but I don't have the clothes. And I was like, hang on a minute. My brother always used to say I look like Toji in this outfit, you know, because it's my pajamas. Especially, it got worse when I had my hair dyed black. So I was like, let me just put that on. And it works. I probably won't wear this to a con because my jogging bottoms are way too big for me, even when they're tied up. So I don't want any mishaps. So if I do take this to a con, which I doubt because this wig is now starting to irritate me with like the glue bits, I'll probably find another outfit for it. But sorry, I had to take it off because the front isn't, there's not an extra bit of fabric. It's literally just, you just got wig and then that's the hair there. Usually there's like a little bit of fabric to break it up, but they don't have that, so it's irritating. But yeah, it is nice. It doesn't feel too wiggy. The wefts do kind of fall a bit, but not that much. So yeah, I got that at the same time I got the Nanami wig. So yeah, so when I sent out a photo of it to Camel Cat, she did in fact malfunction. So again, 10 out of 10. I would say that's a good cosplay. So those are the two wigs that I bought online. And then I don't know whose bag is who. Blonde, that's the Nami one. Yeah, so these are the ones that I bought online. I was really impressed with the quality, especially the Nanami one, because of how much trouble I've had in the past with long wigs, especially like the quality and the feel of them. But I think if I just get a headband or something for it, then I shouldn't be feeling it on my forehead, if that makes sense. So that's fun, and as I mentioned, Camel Cat did kind of explode when she saw my cosplay. So again, I say 10 out of 10, that is a good cosplay. But yeah, and then after that I was like, oh no, I got these after I got that one. Hold on, let me just put these in the thing. because I don't know what I'm talking about. The netting part of putting my cosplays back is what annoys me the most, because I don't like the feel of it. And you might be thinking, oh, but it just looks the same thing as, you know, what you got on your head. Wrong. This is like really, it feels more like a hairnet that you get in like kitchens and stuff. It is bad quality and my hands always get trapped with it. So yeah, I bought these, but it's because I buried it. I bought this one first because I was going to, I had like a set of 3 things lined up because of like, you know, most cosplay conventions are 3 days. Oh, that's fallen out of the bag and now that's got tangled. Ooh, okay. So I was going to do, I thought I had one. I did buy myself this like silicone rubbery bit, and basically it just, oh, that is so cold. Oh, basically it goes on your forehead here, and then your wig goes on it, and then it stops your wig, you know, moving about and stuff. So I just haven't used it, so I've got to figure out if that will go for my Gojo one and my Nanami one, so it stops like the glue bits going. But my head already hurts, so I don't think I want to try that again. That is very cold. I thought I did have one, but I wasn't too sure. Ugh. So I got this orange wig. It is incredibly short. It's like up to here. I don't want to take it out because it's incredibly bad quality. It falls apart. Literally so bad. Like wigs fall apart anyway because, you know, they're synthetic, but that is incredibly bad. You can't even take it out the netting without being covered in hair. Like I'm covered in hair already, and I've literally just taken it out of the main bag and shown it to you guys. But what I was planning on doing was cosplaying Kyo from Fruits Basket one day. This bracelet cost me £3 and it's actually really good quality. It's really heavy too, and it is a really nice bracelet. I only got it for £3. So I was going to cosplay Kyo one day, and then I was going to cosplay Bill from Obey another day, and then I was going to, you know, jokingly do Ichigo from Bleach, because, you know, everyone says that Ichigo and Bill look the same, and then that was just going to be like my 3-day lineup. But then the wig was just so shit that I was like, no, I can't use that. So now I have to, sorry, the tripod seems too far away. But yeah, so now I can't use that wig because it is so bad. It's also like a dark red more than orange. I wouldn't like orange because Bill is orange, Kyo is orange, and Ichigo is orange, hence the name. So I wanted an orange one rather than red. And then I was like, oh, that's fine. I'll just buy a hair dye and dye my hair orange. Wrong. It says orange on the bottle, but where it is one of the ones where you don't have to do the applicating thing and then like shake it and then wait a while, you're only supposed to put it on for half an hour, and I put mine on for an hour. So my hair is currently red, so that's fun. Because I was like, oh, if I wanted to dye my hair orange for a while, that and yellow, but people were saying like yellow wouldn't show up properly, so I haven't dyed my hair yellow. So I got orange. I got 2 bottles, but I only ended up using 1, which I'm lucky for because my hair was only like partly dyed blonde from when I got my sham of a hair dye job done, like June. It was when I went for the Belna meetup, so it's like May, June time. So I dyed my hair and I was washing it out and I was like, this is looking very, very red. I was like, oh, maybe it's the undertones. Guys, it is not the undertones. My hair is red. So let me take that off and then show you guys. Like, it is, you know, very much red. It is not orange. So that's a bummer. But I do have the other packet, like the other bottle. So if I do bleach my hair again, even just a little bit, I can try again, and this time I'm gonna leave it on for half an hour and see if that works. And hope that works. But I mean, I've just mostly bought just the jewellery for the cosplays because I was gonna do Bill's Human World outfit, which I will show you. Let me put this back in the bag. Yeah, yeah, I was just gutted because the wig itself, again, is one of the ones where it's like a £10 wig, and that's the quality. But yeah, again, cosplay wigs do differ quality, even if they are the same price, because all of my wigs have been around like the same price. So that is super annoying. But yeah, this is the one that was on my trolley, and I'm thinking maybe I left it on my trolley because of how much it sheds. So I think I might put it back on my trolley. You guys, I need to set on my tripod. Okay, that's better. You guys are too far away. Let me show you guys on my iPad the photo that I was, you know, going to do, because they're all on my phone. But obviously I film with my phone, so god damn. Sorry. I was on Pinterest and I found this fan art of Solomon. Sorry, I got distracted. But oh my gosh, there's more. Oh, sorry, I probably should not have shown that because he is. Oh, sorry, I am distracted. Search. Sorry. This is why I can't show Pinterest when I'm doing like my drawing videos, because I'll just type in Twisted Wonderland and like a character, and next time I go on Pinterest, it will just be like the most obscene fan art of them, and it's like, damn. I can just feel like I'm covered in hair, and I know I'm not because I can't see any. I just feel like I'm covered in hair, and so I apologise for that. What was I looking for? Bill. Bill's above. Yeah, so like this is his usual outfit, and it's like I can't do that because he has 3 belts that he doesn't use as a proper belt, and this is his demon form, and it's like, oh, I can't do that. So, and this is his school uniform, and I can't do that because the jacket's too complicated. And then this is a fan art of his bunny outfit, but I can't do that because all of the bunny outfits are too like complicated. So I was like, hey, let's just do something simple. Let's just do his Human World outfit. Why is this not loading? You can let me scroll, you not let me click on the thing I want to click on. There you go. But this is his Human World outfit. So I have a black vest top anyway, I just don't have the white outline, but that's fine. I can just find some camouflage trousers, and I got the necklace it's in with the wig stuff. And my watch kind of, you know, looks like his watch, so that's fine. I'm not going to do the tattoo, I'm just going to get a jacket anyway, but it's fine. I know nobody's gonna, you know, recognise me as Bill from a baby because, as I've mentioned, it is such a niche thing. So that's the one that I was gonna do for him, and then for Keo, I was gonna do it. I can't find the photo. Why is he topless there? That is a child. Again, why is he topless? He is a child. I'll just... Basically, he just wears a red top and like khaki trousers. But if I just use the same trousers as the Bill cosplay, you know, and I've got the bracelet, people should still see who I am. And then I was going to type Bill in again, but that's not who I want. And then for Ichigo, he has some really nice, you know, outfits and stuff, but that is all way too complicated for me, so I am just going to like, look how cool the outfits look. Sorry, my nose is running because it is like -2 in my bedroom, but yeah, I was just gonna go based off of, see, because this outfit is like really nice, but I don't want to go on like public transport and then go around a dusty con wearing all white. So I am just gonna go with his just basic school uniform, which is a white shirt and then black trousers, and then if I just get like a black jacket, and that'll be fine. And then I might get like a doll of Con, so that people, you know, see that and go, oh, you're supposed to be Bill. No, Ichigo. Sorry, it's because every time I say Bill, some people say Ichigo. So now every time I think Ichigo, I think of Bill. So, yeah. I just got Bill on the line, I guess. But yeah, that was the plan for the 3 days. But then where I wasn't too sure if I wanted to do Ichigo, not Bill. I stopped myself from saying Bill. I was going to go and do Thingamabob. Yeah, Thingamabob, that really works. I don't know his name. I was going to do him from Love is Hard for an Otaku because I do really like that series. And again, he's just a suit, it's just, he has a fancy tie. So it's basically the same thing, you know, just a orange wig, basic, you know, stuff. It's just a tie that's different from him and Ichigo. But yeah, I don't style my wigs, to be honest. As I said, I just brush them out. I have this really nice brush set that I got on Amazon. You have 2 different styles. So you have like your basic one, and then you have this one, which is mostly used for curly wigs, and then you have a little brush to clean it out. There was a load of like plastic stuff in this box, but I just removed that, so it's literally just the brushes in the box now. But that is the Amrus? I don't know how to pronounce it. I got it off of Amazon. I can't remember how much it was because it was like a while ago. Let me Google it for you guys. I also can't really show you guys Google because when I was showing you guys Google, I had to like delete half my tabs. Not because it was anything bad, it was just like reference poses and stuff, and I didn't want to open it on that tab because I wasn't too sure like if it refreshed what it would be up. So I had to delete a load of my tabs for that. What was I going to Google? The wig brush. The wig brushes. I do not mean it, America. I typed that right. Oh, I did not type it right. I swapped the I and the R. I still don't mean America. Why are you showing me America? Wig brushes. It is that one, I think. Okay, well, it is currently unavailable. So, sorry guys, but that is what it looks like. That's the one that I use. I'm not in Hackney, by the way, if you're seeing that and going, oh yeah, we're gonna go track you down. I'm not in Hackney, so you won't find me, so shame. But yeah, one of them is for, you know, curly wigs, and one of them is for straight wigs, and you can use them on your hair if you want. I don't, because, you know, I have a hard enough time brushing my hair with my you know, hairbrush as it is. But yeah, I would eventually like to do Twisted Wonderland cosplays, but they have, because it's by the same person who does Black Butler, they have such really intricate clothing, and it's like, for the things I'd want to do, because I would love, hold on, let me get a photo. It's really funny to me that Malleus is one of like the fandom's most favourite characters, because he's not even really that much of a main character until you get to book 7-ish in the game. Like, he's around and people talk about him, but he's not, you know, the main character. So I would absolutely love to do his Halloween look, but that is so incredibly detailed. Like, look at his shoes. So unless I custom make that, there's no way I'd be able to do it. So I am just stuck just doing like their dorm, like their school uniform outfits. I'm not gonna say too much about the game. I will save that for another video, because I do not want to spoil the game for anyone who's just watching this just for like the cosplay stuff. But yeah, his school uniform is that. It's basically the same thing for everyone else. They just have different coloured waistcoat and like the armband thing. But I think if I can't find the waistcoat, I'm just gonna do like shirt, trousers, and the wig, because again, Twisted, I don't know if it's different because the anime's out now, but Twisted Wonderland has always been a niche thing. I've been playing that since it came out, so nearly as long as I've been playing with Amy. So both games mean a lot to me, so I do want to cosplay from them. But the only problem I have is I want to cosplay Leona too, but then I've had so many people tell me, oh, you can't cosplay Leona because he's, you know, tan and you're not tan, and it's cultural appropriation and stuff like that because he's kind of dark, and all of that stuff does put me off cosplaying, because cosplaying is supposed to be fun, but you get so many people like, oh no, you can't do that, you can't do that, and they're all like, oh yeah, cosplay isn't real cosplay, and then it's like because I do want to cosplay Leona because my hair colour, my natural hair colour is around the same shade of brown as his, so if I just grow my hair out, I can, you know, use that as his cosplay and just, you know, get like shirt, trousers, and like a yellow waistcoat, and then, you know, bish bash bullshit on Leona. But then people's like, no, you can't cosplay him because, you know, he's tanned. Same with Jack and a few other characters. They're like, no, you can't cosplay him, you can't cosplay them, it's cultural appropriation. And it's like, I just want to play dress up, basically. So that's also what puts me off cosplay, which is why I don't really do it, because there's so many rules about it, and it's like, I don't want to do the wrong thing and upset people, but it's also like, I want to be able to cosplay, and, you know, if closet cosplay is not like a real thing, then what am I supposed to do, because I can't afford, you know, all of like the nice things and stuff, and there's just so many rules that it's just so overwhelming, and it's like, I just want to dress up as my favourite characters, but I don't know, there's just a lot that people say for it, and they're like, oh no, you can't cosplay that person because so and so always cosplays that person, you know, it's their cosplay, you can't do it. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a lot, especially as I'm still new to cosplaying and stuff, so I don't know what I can and can't do, so it just seems easiest for me if I just don't do it. Yeah, because I really do like Twisted Wonderland. There's so many cool outfits and stuff. But obviously I can't do the cool outfits because I don't have like the money to do it properly. I would love to do Idia as well. Um, sorry, I just have like a load of wig stuff down my throat. When my room is cold, it gives me a cough anyway. But hey, oh, that's so cold. Remember to stay hydrated, guys. That is so cold. But yeah, I would love to cosplay Idiot as well, but I think it's just his wig most definitely needs to be styled because it's supposed to, you know, resemble flames and stuff. But even just his dorm outfit, it's the jumper I'd really struggle with because of like the design on it. But he's cool, and I should be able to cosplay him because he's white. But yeah, there's so many characters from Twisted Wonderland that I would love to cosplay. Like Keita. It's really funny because a lot of Japanese people, like, their name is Keita because it's like part of the cards, but the subtitles for the Japanese anime I've heard is done it as Kate. So I've heard that in the sub for it is they call him Kate instead of Keita. But I haven't watched the anime yet, so I don't know. But I like Keita because he reminds me of Asmo from Obey Me. Just without all of like the lust aspect. But again, they have so many intricate outfits and stuff that I'd just be his, you know, dorm outfit, and I'd have to, you know, do like the diamond on my face because he's one of the card people. But yeah, I don't know, there's so many rules around cosplay and stuff. There's so many cosplays that I would love to do if I had the opportunity to do them, but then so many people are like, you can't do that because there's rules, and you can't do this and you can't do that, and closet cosplay is not real cosplay, so it kind of really puts me off of it. So I don't know, it's just a weird thing, I guess. I don't know if I'm too sensitive for it, because a lot of people said I was being too sensitive when I said that people spoiling Apothecary Diaries and a lot of other stuff made me want to drop the manga. So I guess I'm just too sensitive. But anyway, this has been my cosplay video thing. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Even if it was a mess, because I lose my train of thought so easily. And yeah, sorry, I was looking at my cosplay box, making sure I put all of my wigs back. But yeah, thank you for watching my video, even if it is a bit of a mess. But I hope you guys like it, and I will see you guys in the next video.